Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Garage. I'm Scott, just an ordinary guy. So anyways, I'm gonna do on my 66 Chevy pickup, I'm getting water into the cab and it's caused a little bit of rust inside the cab. So I asked on Facebook about it and got a couple of ideas, but really I was just, what I needed to do is pull it apart and find out where it's going or where it's coming from. And I had the thing all the way down to the cab and the cab off of it and everything already, a couple of years ago, and I didn't really think too much about all of that at the time. But now I got to deal with it because I want to fix that rusty panel on the inside. So anyways, we'll head on out to the truck and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here's my issue. Right down here, oh, we got good light today so we can see it. Right down in here, the bottom of the kick panel, so my finger goes right into it. It's rusted out right in there. It's really pretty much the only real rust in the cab, and it's just here on the passenger side. The other side, you can see a little bit, but it can be, POR on it, POR 15 on it or whatever, rust mort, something like that. But this right here, I'm gonna have to cut this out, and I have a patch panel for it. I'll probably cut it above that, so that way I don't have to worry about trying to get in there, and or whatever, I don't know. It'll tell me what I need to do as I start cutting it apart. But that needs to be repaired. But before I repair it, I had to figure out where the water was coming from, that was getting in here, because the water was coming not down like through here, it was coming from behind this panel over to there. So I started looking, I had the windshield replaced, window rubber's new, and it leaked, so I took it back and they fixed it. Got another one in there and resealed it a little bit better. And I'm pretty confident that's not leaking. So I opened it up and I completely forgot about this hole right there where the antenna wire was coming through, right there. So that was my issue. That's where the water was coming from, at least the major leak. So there we have it. Well, I had some leftover material. Yeah, this was, took off the, whatever you call that thing, quarter piece or whatever, I don't know. Took it off. But anyways, I had some leftover material from when I did that door patch, that patch panel on the door. So what I did was I took, because what I'm thinking about doing is I'm just gonna weld over that. I'm gonna put a patch on it and then weld it around it, then put some sealer on it, call it good. I don't feel like I'm gonna have an antenna in the truck anymore. Don't want to have holes through the cab, and to be honest, I don't listen to the radio. I usually listen to like Pandora or Spotify or stuff that's already loaded on my phone, stuff I've loaded with my computer. So I'm not going to worry about the antenna. So anyways, what I did was I went out and I cut a piece of paper for a pattern to go over there. Then I marked it onto a piece of this 18 gauge, and then I cut out a panel, and then I gave it a little bit of a, you can see, a little bit of a curve, so it kind of fits the body line, and seems to fit pretty good. So I'm going to take this out there and trace it and clean up the area so I can weld it. So let's go do that. All right, there's the piece, and I got it, hopefully you can see out here. Goes in there like that. Kind of bent it a little bit so it fits the contour. Goes there like that. So what I'm going to do is mark it so I know where to clean the metal off, the paint off. Grind that off and start tacking it on. All right, well, I got it all, the metal cleaned off of there. And the proper way to do it is to cut this out, I guess, and then weld that in, butt weld it. But I feel like if I do it like this and just put some sealer over there, I think I'll be good. I need to pick some up anyways for these door or the drip rails. The sealer's coming out of there, so I'll probably go down Monday and see if I can find some of that. So I got it pretty much fitting pretty good. So I'm gonna go get the welder out and start tacking it. Just gotta fill them in now. Alrighty, well there it is. Not the best weld. I had to do a little chasing right there. Popped a hole in it and had to chase it. But overall pretty good. I'm happy with it. You can see right in here, let me get my, right in there there's a gap. And there's a gap. So I think a little bit of seam sealer in there might help my situation as well. Alright, there we have it. It's kind of hard to see. I'll run down tomorrow and get some seam sealer. I just sprayed some paint over it just to make myself feel better. But I'll put some seam sealer on that and those other spots and run some water over it and see what happens. All right, well, just a quick little video, just bust that out there real quick. That leak was really bothering me. I needed to dig in there and see. I still need to pull some of the fender off of the passenger or driver's side because I need to realign that door, and you know, I got a lot of that. I didn't align really anything too much when I put it together. My plan was with that truck was to get it together and drive it because it was all the way down to the frame. I've rebuilt every part in that truck, so my plan was to get it running and driving, and since the body is in such a good condition anyways, I wasn't going to strip it or anything, and just drive it around, get the bugs out of it, and then start doing the body work. So my bugs are pretty much out of it for the most part. Got a couple things to do, but you know, doing some of the body work now is just right on time. And it seems like I'm starting to get a little bit better at the tack welding the sheet metal together, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's gonna be nice because the Impala job that we're doing project is gonna take a little bit of sheet metal work. So anyways, thanks for watching. Again, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe and like and comment and do all that good stuff. I really greatly appreciate it. And in the meantime, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.